Hi anybody, welcome back to the channel. JaysBucket, I'm Jay, as always. Oh, that was a good one. Got my building buddy Jay hanging out here with me whenever I'm building. Today we're doing another Sunday Lego live build. So welcome back. And yeah, let's quickly This week we are doing Lego set 43276. It's a Disney princess set. The wheel granted this for us. This one's called Snow White's Jewelry Box. It's actually a set I got for really cheap one day. And you know what? I thought I'd throw it up there. So we'll build this tonight. Welcome into George. George has been here for 3 days waiting for this set to come and be built. And George, you are not going to believe the amount of pink little bits that are in this set for you, George. We got Caribbean Girl saying hello, everyone. Welcome in, Caribbean Girl. We got Open Plumbing. Welcome back. Hi, just been watching the World Cup final. Spain won after some extra time. Yes, I did see that England unfortunately got eliminated. Sorry for that. For all you England fans, yep, that'd be the word. I'm just an old hockey fan, that's all. But yeah, looks like Spain won in extra time. So there you go. Is Spain the World Cup champions today? Is that what I'm hearing? That's wild. I'm making my Lego spider today. Awesome, George. Is it this one? Is it this Lego spider? That's a really nice Lego spider. Had a fun time making it. I have fun every time I build Lego. Matt, welcome in, Matt, saying Sleeping Beauty is my favorite princess movie and princess. Right on. Matt, that gives me an idea to check on my poll. Thank you, Matt. So today's poll in theme of Disney princesses, do you have a favorite Disney princess? We got 4 options. We got yes, and put her name in the chat because there's 13 official Disney princesses. I've only got 4 options here, so I couldn't put all the options there. So, yes, just put her name in the chat. Let me know who it is. And then we got option number 2, which, yes, but it's a secret. So if you don't want to put your favorite princess in there, no worries. Both of those options are at 25%. Thank you, George. And then we got 50% saying not a fan of princesses, which is okay. That's nothing wrong with that. And then the last option, which nobody has chosen yet, is I prefer the Disney villains. So we will check in on that poll at the end of the stream if I remember and see what the results will be. George is going to have to let me know. George, you're going to have to stay awake the whole time, seeing as it's Monday morning for you, and remind us of the poll. Let's quickly check in on last week's live build, which was a lot of fun. I think I built a couple things wrong during the build, but that's natural. That's right on point for me. And there's just a slew of aliens. This was 2 small sets, 2 Lego space sets. One was Alien Planet, and the other one was like Alien Battle Pack or something along those lines. George is going to keep us updated on the votes. Thank you, George. All right, George, you ready for this? Here it is. Here is the amount of pink bits that are coming in this set. There's just a swath of them. Like, all this is pink bits for you, George. A lot of it's red, but there's a lot of pink. So, last week's build, we had a little habitat, which is supposed to stick outward. Like this, but I liked it kind of covering the middle there, so I kind of put it in there. So there we go. There's our one habitat. We got a second habitat. This one is hiding a little crystal, unlike the other one, which is just out in the open. A little tiny one. And I don't quite remember which is from which set at this very moment. I do apologize. Then we had another little habitat piece with like a little bird looking alien chilling up top. This one's got another set of those crystals, and I really like these pink, kind of flowery, leafy pieces. Hey, we got Scott. Welcome in, Scott. Hello, everyone. We got Mrs. Bucket. Hi, Mrs. Bucket. I had to jump on and just let you know that this is Mrs. JaysBucket here. Actually bought this set. Oh yes, she's very adamant about letting everybody know that she bought the set. She brought it home, was like, this is $9. I was like, cool, I'll live build it one day. Like a year and a half later. Then we had our little astronaut guy. Thank you, Miss Bucket, for letting everybody know that you actually bought the set. And then we had just a bunch of aliens. Bunch of alien fellas, all with similar pieces, but all looking slightly different. And Matt was saying last week that he actually made, I think he ended up buying a second set of one of the same two sets, and then he ended up making his own little alien creatures, which I think is awesome. These guys are all slightly different, but slightly the same. And just a bunch of fun little aliens. You know, let your imagination run wild with these if you'd like, if you want to switch them up. I don't know. Some of these remind me of, like, you know, cactuses. This one reminds me of a dinosaur. Like, I just think this guy's like a long-necked dinosaur. This one might be one of my favorite favorite aliens. We got like an old-looking guy. He's like an old grandpa or something. There we go. And then we got this one. It kind of reminds me of like a lion. An alien lion. There we go. George saying, yes, I am. OMG pink, right? So I called those alien battle packs. Yeah, I think that's where I got it from, is Matt was calling them alien battle packs. There you go. And then the last fella here, he's got a little crown and like a little web piece on the bottom. So very, very unique, guys. So that was last week's live build. If you missed it, we'll throw these habitats back here, and we'll just grab the bundle and let them go. All right. Open Plumbing saying, do you know which Disney princess would make the best judge? Snow White, because she's the fairest of them all. Ooh, there you go. That's a good one, actually. The fairest of them all. George saying, I'm on page 45 of the Lego Spider. Sweet. Yeah, the Lego website had them marked down, so I wanted the second one. Yeah, it's always best to get Lego on sale, like I did with this set. $9 Canadian this set cost, which was pretty sweet. I did a Lego bag from Value Village and got a vintage monkey. Ooh, he's a little funny. Had 4 minifigure arms for his arms and legs. That's pretty hilarious. I think it's going on red, yellow, blue, or green, my bet. Oh, for the wheel. Yes, the wheel. So I purposely put the wheel in a different section to, you know, make sure we're not spinning to the same things all the time. All right. Lego booklet, nice and not damaged this time. This is like in pristine condition. We have like 127 pages to go. So I was going to ask if you were near the fires up there. Oh yeah, Matt, is anyone near the fires in Ontario? Because that's a little scary. We were seeing smoke up our way on the east coast here from those fires. So it's never fun when those types of things hit close to home. So hopefully everybody is staying safe up there. Before we get started, this comes with a little bracelet, and I thought I would rock the bracelet, and it comes in like a little cardboard sleeve here almost, which I thought was neat. So we can slide this thing out. As I was pulling this out, I was kind of figuring there'd be a little bit of a bend in it, and I was right, but it's not too bad. We'll see once it fits on the wrist, if it even fits on my wrist. So, and that is literally step one, is grab the bracelet. Now, the other funny part that as I was opening the bags of these, I was like, we're totally building the Evil Queen first. I was like, this is Snow White's jewelry box. Why are we building the Evil Queen first? But yeah, step 1 is actually to build the Evil Queen. So I don't know. I thought that was a little different. Now she has... okay, out of mini dolls, I'll actually say I don't mind the Evil Queen. Black all around head there is a little different looking, but I guess it's to get like her, you know, hooded dress, and the dress is nice. It's nice purple and red. I actually don't mind that as a mini doll. That's not a bad little mini doll. But yeah, building the Evil Queen first I thought was a little strange in Snow White's jewelry box. I don't know. All right, let's get to this this bracelet here. And it's just like it's basically like a dots bracelet. And these are like, it's very rubbery. So I'm very curious on how well these Lego pieces are actually going to stay on here. So I'm actually thinking I'm going to wear the bracelet if it'll fit while I'm building the set, because I want to see if these dot pieces actually stay on while I'm building. Because they're so rubberized, well, they don't seem to be coming off like that, but... George saying, where's the fire, Scott? Yeah, and then Scott saying, we got some of the smoke clear down here in Ohio. Wow, that is far for it to travel. That is, it's amazing how far forest fire smoke can go, eh? Matt saying, so the fire's in the northern part of the province. I'm in the south, but Wednesday the sky was a weird orange-brown color with a reddish sun. Ooh. Kind of like eerie looking almost, I guess. And especially knowing what's going on, right? So we've got 4 blue dots and 4 curved triangle kind of dot pieces. Curious to know if anyone else is building any sets tonight. I'd love to hear it. And now that I'm looking at this, oh yeah, it'll fit. It'll fit. We get to the second one. So there you go. We got a nice nice pink with black and blue, well, blue dots and then black curved triangle pieces on the bracelet. So there you go. Do you have the Evil Queen minifigure from a few years ago? I do not. Is it an actual minifigure? I assume it is. Probably not a mini doll. But no, I don't have that one. That'd be cool. It was very eerie. But I have allergies and it really acted up the last week from it. Oh, that's no fun. I know a lot of people that have allergies, and it's something that is constantly having to be dealt with. Alright, we are starting the build off with a, what are we, 2, 4, 6, 8x8 tan plate, and then some red plates as well. And I'm assuming, oh, we have 1 sticker in the set. 1 whole sticker. So I assume sticker number 1 will be sticker number 1 in the book this time. And then if I were to pick a favorite piece, I'm going to say I'm going to build at least 5 things wrong tonight. And a favorite piece, I got to go with this blue translucent chain, I think. I'm liking this blue translucent chain. I think that looks really cool. I don't think I have a chain in this blue translucent color, so I think that's pretty cool. Open Plumbing saying, not building tonight, just getting my accounts up to date. Right on. No worries. Sounds like an important task as well. I assume you watched all of the World Cup. Did you watch like every World Cup game, or did you kind of pick and choose which games you were watching there, Open Plumbing? Alright, so we are going along with a little bit of a back, and the way that this jewelry box works, I'm assuming, is there's going to be two like rooms, one on each side, that kind of go into the jewelry box, and there seems to be a little bit of a locking mechanism with this cool looking orange or orange goldish sword, and I'm curious to see if that sword is able to lock these rooms into the jewelry box, or if it just locks like this lid closed. I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually curious on how this set is gonna come together in the end. I think it's gonna be a half decent little set. I know we're not always too fond of the mini dolls, but I do find that friend sets, you know, even some other sets with mini dolls, I'm sure, have good build techniques in them. So I am excited for this one. Matt saying, so I'm making a set I got for free last week at the Lego store. Oh, the little airplane. Okay, cool. It's an airplane. 662999. Was that a what is it? A make and take? I think it's called a make and take, or was that the gift with purchase little airplane? I literally have the airplane. I just don't know the set number, so I assume that set number is probably the gift with purchase one. But I thought I saw some kind of make and take that was going around. There we go. So this is kind of looking a little pinkish, but all these are red pieces on here. Definitely see it better on this camera, but it's nice red and blue. Sticker number 1 is coming right up here, and I'll give you a water time, George. Thank you. Oh, nice. Scott was working on the Statue of Liberty earlier. That's a nice set. Holy. So, sticker number 1 is going on already. It's a complete circle going on a complete square piece. So, trying to make this perfectly round on a square piece might not be the easiest thing to do. Might have to give me a second here. Now, I don't know if we can see it on my camera. There's a tiny little circle, if I can get like a glare from my light. No, there's a tiny circle right here at the bottom from like a mold imprint or something. I'm almost trying to use it to like even the circle on the, I don't know, I think it's a bit off to one side, but there's our mirror on the wall, who's the fairest one of all, little magic mirror sticker. So it's kind of like an oval shape, not quite circular, but a bit of an oval shape on a square piece. So I think it looks okay, actually, not too bad. I think it's off to one side a little bit. But unless we start getting measuring tapes out, it might never be perfect. Open Plumbing saying nearly every World Cup game, but not all. Some of them didn't kick off until 2, 3 a.m. in the morning here in the UK. Yeah, that would make it difficult to watch those ones, especially if you got to get up for work. And Open Plumbing is also wondering, when does the ice hockey season start in Canada? It's actually starting earlier this year. So it's starting late September. So I think the Leafs, play September 29th is their first opening season game. Keep in mind there's 4 preseason games before that, so they start probably like a week, maybe a week and a half before the opening season. But yeah, that's we're starting late September this year, which is a little bit different because we have added 2 extra games to the regular season this year. So instead of there being 82 regular season games for every team. There's now 84, which is a lot of games. That's so many games. But they did reduce the amount of preseason games that happen to kind of make up for it. I think they used to play 8 preseason games and then 82 regular season games. So I guess realistically, when you look at it, it's 2 less games a season if you take out the preseason games. But still a lot of games, 84. And they're trying to add more teams, I'm pretty sure, to the NHL, which is absolutely wild. We don't need any more teams. It's a pretty big league already. I think this is the answer. This one little clip, I think, is the answer to my question about whether the sword will lock this in. I believe that clip is going to go inside and clip into something, and I think this might be actually how you pull it out. So I don't think the sword's going to have anything to do with locking this in. I could be wrong, but I'm assuming that one clip is going to hold these rooms inside the little jewelry box. And Matt saying it was a gift with purchase, is a small yellow box like a reward one. Bought the Lego City Tower to get it. Yeah, similar to this one. This is the little kids ride one. So the airplane came in this kind of a box. As soon as you said the set number, it did kind of click in with me that it was probably the gift with purchase. I'm not a huge fan of those boxes, but I was kind of surprised when I saw that gift with purchase came in that box. I was a little surprised by that. So this is a pretty cool piece here too, actually. It's like a brick molded archway in light blue. Probably not even that right color. Light azure blue, most likely, now that I think about it. This is going to go right in front of the magic mirror, which I think is a nice little addition to that. Gives it some depth. I actually like that. It looks pretty cool. And it kind of takes away from just being a plain, sticker on a white background wall. So that's a really nice piece there, actually. Can't wait to see all of the hats. Ooh, what hats are you talking about, George? Mini dolls are not the fairest of them all, saying Scott. No, they're not. They're not. What pieces are those? Ooh, are these... Okay. For a second I thought we had some printed pieces. I got a little bit of a glare on my my sheet here, but we got some dark blue shield pieces in this set. So that's really cool. I actually love shield pieces. The fact that we got them in dark blue is a very nice addition there. And then we're gonna kind of plate everything off at the top, I assume, so it slides in and out of the jewelry box nice and easily on those dark brownish red colors. And there's also a little tiny slope piece here as well. And George saying I can stay up all night for that game. There you go. How's your weekend, Jay? My weekend was pretty good, actually. I was doing a bunch of work on my vehicles, though. Well, vehicle. So it wasn't too eventful. I was just doing some regular maintenance on one of the cars. Not a whole lot going on. How was your weekend, George? Did you have a good weekend? We're building a little table, and we got a little jewel. We got a little, probably a candle, little fire bit, and then pink translucent jewel, like on a little table here. And this gets tucked in right there to kind of finish off the build there. Oh. Matt saying I won't be keeping the box. Yeah, see, I feel like I'm gonna keep that box with the kiddie rides. Oh. I was like, did I miss these? But no, they're at the last step. Okay. So we got our first pink bit, George. It's like the nice light pink. Looks almost salmon on my camera. But that's a nice little handle to, to hold to push this thing back and forth in. So there we go. Bag number 1 is complete, and it is the Evil Queen's little section of the build. And she can kind of sit in here and ask the magic mirror, who is the fairest of them all, while we wait for Snow White's little section to be built. There we go. On to bag number 2. Couple extra pieces from bag number 1. Put those off to the side. Open Plumbing saying, forgive my ignorance, but do the Canadian Ice Hockey League play any teams from the U.S. or is it just Canadian teams in the league? No, so the NHL, and don't worry about any ignorance there, that's all good. So the NHL is North America basically, so it's Canada and the U.S. No like Southern American teams, but yeah, Canada and U.S. they all play each other. So we have 2 conferences, 4 divisions. And the way it breaks down is X amount of games get played in your division, and then X amount of games get played in your conference, and then X amount of games get played out of your conference. So each team plays every team at least. I can't confirm, but I'm pretty sure it's every team plays every other team at least twice, once in your stadium and once in the other team's stadium, I believe. Don't quote me on it, I might be wrong there, but I think that's how it goes. And then you play more games against your own division, and then you play slightly less games against everyone in the other division in your conference, and then you play, I think it's basically just once or twice against every team in the other conference. So, but yeah, they travel back and forth across the border all the time playing each other. During the Big C in 2019, there was, for like the first time ever, there was the Canadian division in the playoffs. So once they got everything figured out for who was going to be playing who, only Canadian teams played against Canadian teams up until the finals, and then it was one Canadian team versus one American team for that final, for the Stanley Cup. That will never happen again unless there's another world pandemic, I guess. Bag number 2 is looking pretty cool. Nice and long. That is not correct. First piece built wrong. I need 1x3s first, then these slightly longer ones, then more 1x3s. So I've built one piece wrong so far. George saying, what car you been working on? It is a Scion XB. It's basically a little box. But she's a reliable one for me, so I like her. Where is my other plate? I'm always so worried about missing pieces, especially about because I don't open my sets right away. At least if you open your sets right away, and then you're missing something, you can always contact. I know you can contact them anyways, but I feel like, oh, I've had this set for 3 years and I open it and I'm missing something. It just feels weird. Welcome in, Blowheed. Lego trains, right? Scion is Toyota. It sure is. Good vehicles, yes. Does your car have a name? No, I don't. I haven't named my cars. I do call my vehicle Baby Girl a lot. And Some people in my family don't like that, but no, the Scion doesn't tend to have a name. I'm guessing we're starting with the base of this thing, and it's looking pretty cool. We got a big H shape, all red, blue, and tan. So these are where the little things are gonna slide into, basically. So there you go. The map, Jay. What do you mean, George? My dad had a rondo for many years, so he called it Rhonda. Oh yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Hey, Lego Kid, welcome in, saying hey. What are we building? We are building Snow White's jewelry box, which is, I think, going to be a half-decent little set. I'm not going to lie. All right, so here's exactly what I assumed, where we are clipping in. Oh, and it's not even like a clip on. Ooh, that is such a light connection. So this is what it's going to clip to. It's actually one of these, like, blow heat need a name, but this is going to be one of those, oh man, something with, like, it's got little teeth on it, but that is not a very secure clip. So when this goes in, like, it does fit in there perfectly, and it just sits in there, but man, that can easily come out. Holy cow. Oh yes, okay, Mrs. Bucket's coming on saying the Scion does have a name. I named it the Ugly Box. There you go. Name it Biscoffs. Saying Scott. I'm not sure it could, like, deserve the name of Biscoff. I think yeah, Biscoff it wouldn't do it very well, I don't think, for that one. And then we got our second little connection piece there, same little deal with the teeth. Not super strong connection points, but I don't think it's meant to be super strong connection points anyways, so it's all good. Hey CK, hey, I won't be staying today, but thought I'd at least jump on and say hi, Jay, and I'll give my like. Awesome, thank you CK, you have yourself a good one. Thanks for stopping by. Could I get a close-up or a closer look of what? Oh, did you want to see this little area? Or this is the evil queen's little side? And I thought it was ironic that we built the little queen's evil side. Or do you mean the connection piece? So these connection pieces here, yeah, because you're my naming guy. So they have like little serrated teeth almost around them. And the clip is just, like, it's not a clip into a bar. It's just clipping into that little section of it. Oh, those mini pivot boys. There you go. Yeah, they would pivot things very nicely, wouldn't they? Yep, the mini pivot boys. Thank you, Blogie. Appreciate it. Mini ratcheted pivot boys. Perfect. That's exactly what I was hoping for. A good solid name for them. There we go. We do have a little hidden section in there for that one. And the other one actually protrudes outside. So the other Snow White side is going to build slightly different than this one. And then we've got wall pieces kind of going in the front here. A little bit taller wall pieces on the back. Ooh, a nice long 2, 4, 6, 8. Nice long 2x10 brick to keep it all nice and solid in there. Hey, welcome in, a true Asolite. Welcome back. Hopefully you're having a good evening. We are building Snow White's jewelry box tonight. It's going to be a solid little build. And I'm really excited for the little sword at the end. I assume it'll be at the end. So we got some snot bricks at the front there. On by little tiny 1x1s that are like not quite full brick length. We got more snot pieces coming in right on top of that. Ooh, and then we get these printed pieces. So, not sure why they didn't give us stickers for these, but these are printed and they're kind of like metallic-y, reflective in a way. They're nice little pieces. Or rather, nice large pieces. So there we go. Kind of gives us the front look of the box. Acolyte, please. Okay, no worries, thank you. I appreciate that, actually. A true acolyte. Thank you. Sorry, sometimes it is hard to pronounce everybody's names on YouTube, and it's actually, I really appreciate you correcting me there, because I would hate to be saying it wrong the whole time. And you know, if you were frustrated with me saying it wrong, like, I would much rather you just tell me, hey, you said that wrong, say it like this. That's awesome, actually, so thank you. Alright, securing back walls with no printing there. No, George, a true acolyte has been here. I think it was 2 or 3 weeks ago, I believe. Yeah, they came and I'm pretty sure they got on the map. Yes, Matt G-Force, welcome back, Matt. You've been here a little bit ago too. Matt saying I made a mistake and had to rebuild the end already. Hey, we all make mistakes when building. Nothing wrong with that. I've made plenty in front of multiple people on the internet, so it's all good. Okay, we got 5 little cylinders going on the 2 corners in the front, which I think add a nice little details, nice little column detail. Place a stud. I watch here when I can. Yeah, appreciate when you can be here. It's awesome. The more the merrier. He's got a stud up place for me the first time I showed. Yeah, and I finally have them sitting here with me. All right, I'm gonna lock that column on the end in, and then we're putting dots on each corner. And for those of you that weren't here at the beginning, this set came with a little bracelet, so I said I would wear it because I wasn't sure how well these like dots and small little 1x1s would stay on, and so far nothing has fallen off because it's like rubbery, so I wasn't sure how easily they would fall off. So I've been trying to wear it throughout the build to see if any of them would come off, and they haven't yet. So 2 weeks or so ago, yeah. That sounds about right. All right, we got blowheed. What are these? What are these bits for you called? Basically plate in the middle, but 2 studs on. Oh my goodness! Plate in the middle, 2 studs on either end. What are those boys called for you? I'd love to know. And then we got little feet. Little 1x3 rounded cornered feet. Which actually, yeah, that's nice. Little feet on the bottom. And it's looking pretty cool, actually. I'm not gonna lie. It's I think it's gonna be a neat build, and the whatever we're calling it, I guess top of this jewelry box will be able to just come on and off, it looks like. really curious on how this sword is going to be integrated. So then, we've already made this little room for the evil queen with our sticker, our little archway. And the book is just showing us right now that this can just slide in there and click in. And there's a little handle here you can pull it out of. So just slides in and out like that. Nice and easy with the plates. Let's move our bag 3 contents over slightly. And bag 3, we're finally getting to the main character. Work too much, deal with lots of stuff. Yeah, no, I know it's hard to get to them all. I put up Lego vids and I used to do tools, got to merge the two, cleaning a space to do a project. Sweet, that's awesome. I'm just me, be honest and fair. Yeah, that's how we would hope everyone is here. Been here for a long time. You sure have. George never leaves. Yeah, no, George doesn't leave. He's like, the stream ends and he stays, and then as soon as I put up the new stream, he just moves over to that one. I don't always talk, mostly because it's my busy season. Oh, no worries. I work too much, do lots of stuff. Easy to remove parts plate. There you go. Awesome. Hey, Hoarder66, welcome in. Half plate, half tile. Yeah, that's probably the official name, but Blowheed comes up with awesome names for most pieces. So that's a spacey boy. There you go. Yep, spacey boy. Half and half, long or squared. Blowheed saying, did I tell you, JaysBucket, I got a big box of custom printed Lego track. My friend sent me a huge R56 diameter loop with black sleepers and silver rails, looking amazing. So I don't think you told me about the custom printed ones, but I think he did. I think you did mention that he got you custom, like turns. So I'm not sure if those are the ones you're talking about, or if these are other custom printed ones as well. But you did mention something about custom printed turns. So that's pretty awesome. I can just imagine your Lego train setup, man. Probably something to be jealous of. All right, bag number 3. We are coming in with Snow White herself, and she gets to hold a little apple. Ironically, she should probably not eat this apple, but little Snow White minifigure. Her hair is actually quite rubbery, which is kind of cool, I guess. Are you a fan of rubber head pieces, or do you prefer the hard plastic ones? And she's got a little bow on the top, so she's going to have to chill here until we build her little room. And she can stand up with an apple. SOL brick, studs off ledge. Oh, okay, that's a good one too. Yeah, studs off ledge. Half and half, long or squared. Probably more correct. Yeah, definitely more correct. But I do like Blowheat's creativity with them. Studs with sliding ledges. Okay. I'm learning stuff. Thank you. I never leaves, right? Keeps the tab open. He sure does. All right, bag number 3 is starting off with, can you guess? Yes, a 10 by 10 tan piece. And we're going to build this kind of kitty cornered opposite to the other one. And we'll get rolling here. If your inability to talk is due to medical condition or speech disorder, you can use specialized apps and devices to communicate. Oh, thank you, George. And look, my second piece I built wrong. Something's not right there. I just saw the airport and the new trains that came out. Really cool. Yeah. So Blowheat saying, yeah, they're the same. I got a whole loop enough to fill a 4x8 sheet of plywood. Whoa. That is pretty awesome, actually. That's a lot of track. But, so that's a lot of track, but I bet you're thinking that that's not enough track. Am I right? I assume I'm right. Order saying snot bricks shouldn't even be called snot bricks. When they are on the side, there is still a stud on top. We should call it bricks on their sides, but that sounds dumb. Yeah, you're not wrong there, actually. I think we just get used to certain things, and because yeah, I was calling those ones snot bricks, but yeah, the stud is on the top, so yeah, it should not be called that. You are absolutely correct there. Loved rubber hair since WXO Force. Okay, yep, that's a throwback there, eh? Yeah, I kind of like the rubber headpieces. I don't mind them. I think they're pretty cool. It's actually not that impressive because I keep changing it. If I set a layout in place in landscape, it could be great. Yeah, you should totally do that. And then send some pictures up on the Discord, man. That'd be awesome. XO Force. That's a tan flatty fella. The tan flatty fella. That's great. True Acolyte saying that was my original setup size. I'm going 18 by 5. Wow. That's going to be quite the setup. Ooh, I thought I missed my slope piece, but I did not. It's on the same page as this. Now this one's looking like, so I wonder, they're going to leave this like this, because the Evil Queen, there's a bit of a gap here. Like there's a gap you can see through here. But when we add in that arch piece, it kind of deals with the gap. Like it's still there, you can still see it. But the arch piece, you know, give it the right angle, kind of deals with that gap. It doesn't look like we're going to have any kind of arch piece in Snow White's. And that's a fairly open gap there. So I don't know how we're going to deal with that gap or if we're just going to leave it. But I'm very curious if they're going to... Like, this should almost be called the Evil Queen's jewelry box, not Snow White's. I feel like they're putting more effort, you know, building Evil Queen first in the instructions, filling the gap with a cool archway piece. I don't know. And then Snow White gets a little stove. There's a translucent orange on a tan piece, so it doesn't really look like too much there, but you know, it I guess gives the illusion of like a fireplace going. And that goes right in the corner. Okay, so maybe we're gonna build up a little... Okay, so we're building up a little fireplace here. But again, with the open curves and a little cup, I feel like this could have been built onto that before we put it in here too. Yeah, with the curves of the fireplace, or the angles of the fireplace, that's still a wide open gap there. So small things, but I mean, that's something I'm noticing here while building it. Alright, then we're going to secure that down, thankfully, because I felt like that was going to come out. We're securing that top with a plate there on top of that brick. I need to do some videos on my table. It's a 4x8 plywood sheet. Be right back. Gotta play Fortnite. Alright, have fun. No worries. And then... Okay, so we've got a little... We've got our clip here on a little kind of table thing. This is a cool little design here. So that clip is gonna go into that clip that's sticking out slightly. So that's designed pretty neatly, I think. Water time. Thank you, George. Appreciate you, buddy. Blowheat saying, I thought about buying AstroTurf rug and fixing it to the table, then using some old hair trimmers to mow the grass. Okay. Shorter around the rails. I don't know yet. That could be cool, I think, actually. I think so, yeah. So the Evil Queen has this box in the movie. So, actually, that is something I did not notice. Why is it called Snow White's box, then? Is it actually the Evil Queen's box in the movie? Does Snow White end up getting it after? I have not seen Snow White in a long time. Alright, this little table is holding a candle. Clicking Cliff! Yes! What up, Cliff? How's it going, man? Hopefully you're having a good Sunday afternoon, getting ready for your stream soon, probably. Alright, built up that other corner of the wall there. George, yo! How much you been clicking today? I've been clicking for a long time, saying George. I feel like Clicking Cliff clicks bricks every day. Cliff, do you go a day without clicking bricks? We got our little handle on the other side. Our second pink bit, George, for you. Our nice open gap there. So we got a little fireplace, a little candle. Fairly basic for Snow White's side of this build. I really feel like the Queen kind of got the better side. Of the build. Yeah, we'll leave it at the Queen staring at Snow White. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the Evil Queen side is slightly better. Oh my goodness, what am I doing? Wrong way, Jay. So these both can go in and clip inside. And yeah. They pull out fairly easily. Yeah. So far so good. Everything stays nice and secured in there. But I do feel like the Evil Queen side is better. Not as much as I want. I definitely go days not clicking bricks. Okay, alright. Not the answer I was expecting. Not gonna lie. Alright, George, this is where the pink bits really start to come in. I think it had the knife in it that is given to the hunter. It is dark. Okay. Yeah, I don't remember. I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember much about the movie. It's been a long time since I've watched it. Oh. Okay. Well, bag 4 starts off right away by adding these front 2 pieces to the box. Should have known we're gonna be continuing to build on the box. And then we're going to kind of secure those in with some plates. So that's where the sword is gonna, or knife. I keep calling it a sword. Oh, and then we're gonna build a little heart. A little darkish yellow heart. Still no pink bits, George. And the heart is gonna go right there. There you go. Nice little heart on the front. It was to have Snow White's heart in it very dark, so I think Lego repurposed it to be less dark. Okay, that makes a little more sense. Still think they could have called it Evil Queens. But Snow White's the seller, right? Pink time. Maybe. Not yet. Maybe. Here we go, George. We got a plate with a 1x2 pink bit for you. And then some more pink. Oh, it's funny. I just noticed too, the Evil Queen is the one walking across the bottom on the instructions. This is definitely the Evil Queen's box. This ain't Snow White's box. More pink bits, George. Is that yellow or more orange? Yeah, it's like the dark. It's like the dark yellow, and yeah, I know it looks kind of orangey on mine, but it's like the it's basically the orange yellow dots of the map. It'd be cool if Lego put the I know they sort by color in the back, but it'd be cool if they put the color name. Because there's so many different color names in Lego. It's hard to remember them all sometimes, so it'd be really cool if they added the color name. So we actually build up this little hinge piece with 2 plates and then the hinge piece on top of it. So it gets to brick height. So put the 2 hinges, one on each side. Yeah, George is messing with you, saying it's pink. Open Plumbing saying, have you seen the new ET Lego set coming out in August? It looks amazing. I might buy it. Yeah, I've definitely seen it. It looks pretty good. I'm not going to lie. Lego is so on the expensive side nowadays that it's really hard to to kind of decide which sets you wanna essentially bring home. So it might not be one that I end up buying, but I do like it. I think it's a really nice set actually. They really captured like the shape of them really good, but I just don't think I'll end up buying it. I don't know. If it goes on like a nice sale, I might grab it. But it is just it's so difficult to buy everything, unfortunately. And I think the X-Files set is going to be coming out pretty soon as well. I've heard some rumblings about the X-Files set, which also looks pretty cool. Scott's agreeing they did a nice job. Yeah. You can feel better. I had to redo 5 parts I put together wrong. I don't normally do that. No, Matt, you almost never say like, oh, I built this wrong or this wrong. But yeah, it's nice that it's not only me. Although I think I'm like shaking my screen here. You got this, Matt. You can do it. Okay, well, wow, we're on to bag 5 already. We've just been building kind of like an outline of this box top. Bag 5 has all the rest of the pink bits for George. Alright, we need to start with 2 Technic pins. 1 and 2. And then just automatically throw the other side of the hinge piece in there. Got some nice open sections here. I'm curious on how those will get filled up. Star Trek TOS bridge set leak to. Ooh, I didn't see that one actually. That would actually be a pretty cool set. I haven't seen that one. So Scott, you're right. In the original story, this box is supposed to have Snow White's heart, and the hunter puts a heart from a deer in it. Pretty sure it was skipped in the Disney movie. I forget. Ooh. Things are starting to come back to me now about this, but I honestly don't remember too much about the movie. Oh, literally next step. Fill in the open spots with pink bits for George. See, that's the kind of thing I wonder, like, why wasn't that in bag 4 and just added in? I guess the, okay, I guess they slightly overtake the hinge piece, so makes sense. Makes sense. Open Plumbing saying the 3 biggest problems with Lego: 1, having the money. Yep, that's the biggest one. 2, having the space. That is the second biggest one. 3, having time to build them all. Yeah, you nailed those. Nailed those perfectly. Yeah, money is becoming more and more and more of the problem, unfortunately, but Lego doesn't seem to really care about that. But yeah, space is huge. I had a different setup like last year. I feel like I had more space to display in the old setup than I do in the new setup, but the new setup is slowly increasing with sets to display over here on this side. But yeah, space is always an issue. Always an issue. More pink bits, George. There you go. I want to get the Nightmare Before Christmas set next. I missed it before. Want it before it retires. Yeah, again, another very cool set. Maybe it'll go on sale like as a retiring soon. I don't know. 2, 4, 6. Yep. There you go. Another little section there. More pink bits, George. For real, saying Scott. Yep. I like the blue and the pink together. The light blue, light azure blue, I believe, maybe it'd be called. I should print out, like, all the Lego colors. Start trying to memorize them. Alright, basically doing this all in reverse. There. So we got the... Oh, I wonder if the knife is going to fit in there and then this is going to go on top. Maybe. Knife, sword, sword, knife. Which is it? Which is it going to be? I'm guessing this is just a bit of design work on the top here. Kind of neat, I guess. So, what are we at for time? An hour. So I was thinking after I build this one, because we are almost done, I have another Disney Princess poly bag. So I was kind of thinking to myself, like, what better time to build that than now? Because I think this is, like, the only Disney Princess set that I even have. So I'll probably bust open the little poly bag after this. And then, since Scott loves mini dolls, I figured I would... open a Disney CMF afterwards, just for Scott, so that we didn't have a full lineup of mini dolls tonight. No clue who we'll get in the CMF, but it's a pretty cool looking design actually. I'm not gonna lie, I like that. No. But if I don't open the poly bag now, when am I really gonna open it? The answer is probably never. Well, there goes the blue. Blue is completely disappeared. And it's covered up by the two little pink rounded triangles as well. I didn't think we had enough of these little angled pieces to do the whole perimeter, but we definitely do. Oh, there's our blue. Right in the middle. That's a pretty cool design though. So then this just goes straight on top of that. So then the lid opens up with the hinge pieces. Make sure those are on nice and good. Definitely see the difference between the red and the pink. And we got the blue. And then this carefully goes right on top of here and actually creates the jewelry box and opens up. George loves the dolls, not me. I think George does like the mini dolls, yeah. Alright, now we're going to build the knife sword. We're going to start that off with a 2x8 tan piece. And we'll be done here real quick. Just look at the, oh, there's a gold piece. There's our first and only actual gold piece. I was kind of thinking the sword was like a goldish color, but it's not actually. It is that same yellow, orangey yellow, but there's a shield piece in it. And that gold, I don't know, I kind of wish the whole thing was in gold. Oh, and we're going to cover up the gold. So that's the only bit of gold we will actually see is right there. Whoops. But yeah, we are, and my camera does not show very well, but we are definitely the same color as this map dot. Alright, dark blue, translucent, circular 1x1s. Looking pretty cool. Here's our translucent blue chain and then a blue ball right on the end. Okay. So there we go. So the handle, they went with tan, which is kind of the bottom kind of section of it. I almost wish they made the handle in gold. That would have been cool. I have some of those poly bags. They give you animals. One has a little mouse from Sleeping Beauty. Oh yeah, I actually got Ariel's, what is it? Ariel and Flounder's birthday music. So we'll get a little flounder animal thing. Okay, so this chain attaches to the top. So all the chain does is, I guess, lock. Oh, it literally can still open up most of the way, even attached with the chain. And like, there's nothing stopping you from just ripping the top open. Okay. I thought this was going to have slightly more of an effect of keeping something closed. It does not. It does not. So the only couple extra bits to our pink George. So yeah, the only thing that keeps anything closed are these clips. Alright. And we just have a fairly excessive amount of chain left dangling over. But I do like the sword. This knife sword being attached to the box is kind of cool. Oh, okay. I was like, what are we putting inside this? I almost thought for a second like the sword could sit in there, but no, it's the little bracelet. This is our jewelry. So we got our little jewelry bracelet thing that can go in the top. Close it up. Completely lock it down with our sword. And there we go. Alright, well, not as functional as I was hoping, but it's still pretty cool. Pretty neat little set. I like it. There you go. So we got two little sides for the Evil Queen and Snow White. Scott, dolls go very well with pink parts. Yeah, there you go. George has a Friends Lego collection. I think everyone should have some Lego Friends sets. Even if you don't love Lego Friends, they have some good sets. I will give them that. Alright, let's go on to the poly bag. We'll build Ariel and Flounder's Birthday Music Fun. I'll get you the ASMR paper ripping sounds this time. Is that Excalibur? I don't think so. Alright, no extra bits in there. There we go, nice little poly bag. That flounder piece is pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. I like the flounder. It's kind of the main reason I ended up buying this one. I was like, oh, a little flounder molded figure. That's pretty cool. I do like Flounder in the movie, The Little Mermaid. Jay keeps all his Biscoffs in there. Not a bad little hiding spot. Water time, yes, thank you, George. Some friend sets are neat, and I just put minifigures in them. I like the greenhouse one. Yeah, I like, there's a lot of friend sets where I'm like, that looks really cool, actually. And yeah, if you can just add the minifigures in, then you wouldn't even know the difference. My, I think, favorite friend set was the, was a little, snow domes. I really liked those. So, we got our Scott's favorite Ariel. Now, we're back to a hard plastic hairpiece. No rubberized hairpiece for Ariel. And she is definitely in mermaid form. She's got her mermaid tail. I wonder what it'd be like to stand on a mermaid tail. I think that would be rather difficult. But Lego figured out a way to do it. So there you go. Has some interesting parts in it. I like those printed ones for a castle. Yeah. Votes, Jay. We'll get there, George. We will get there. Alright. We're starting this little birthday build off with a 1x6 blue azure, I assume. Light blue azure. Build that up slightly. It's got some good pieces in it. Not bad. Don't mind those. Nice coral pink. A little, you know, under the sea vibe going with the blue. Then we got a slightly different pink, a very, very light pink for the front there. Well worth $9. Oh yeah, 100%. I made that poly bag. It's the one I found at No Frills. Oh, this was the one you found at No Frills. Okay. That's an odd spot to find a Lego set. But very cool that you did. Is this a piano? Oh, it is too. It's like a little organ piano. Okay, that's kind of cool actually. Scott must be laughing at me this whole stream. But I'm actually digging these builds. Okay, these are new pieces. I don't have these. These are like little mini tulip pieces almost. And they just have like a little go in like the holes. It's gonna go in the hole of a purple cone, and it's like a little mini tulip. That's actually a nice little piece. And it almost looks like I got an extra one. Nope, never mind. Thought I only needed 3 for a second. That's actually pretty cool though. It's like the pipes of an organ. That's kind of clever. That's a clever little build. For any of you that don't know, I love piano music, and I am really digging this set. I really like this. Oh, it's even got a fork in it. So one side holds, there's 2 little clips on each side. One side holds a saxophone, which is also a pretty cool little minifigure piece. And the other side holds a fork, or a dingle hopper, if you didn't know. But yeah, it's like a little organ, like an underwater organ, kind of like maybe coral pieces with those leaves. I don't know, I like that set. I like this little polybag build. What did I miss? Where does that go? Oh, I missed this little pink piece to raise up these back to organ pipe pieces slightly than the 2 on the ends. So there you go. I like it, not gonna lie. And then I also missed something. So I did get an extra one of these little tulips, because a flower is supposed to go in the top one, not one of those little tulips. So I did get an extra one. Cool. Got an extra dingle hopper and another extra flower. There we go. I like that set. More than what I initially thought I would. Two decent Disney builds so far. Where is everyone at tonight? I don't know. I'm not sure. It's summer, so I mean, I imagine people are going to be doing their own things, camping, whatnot. All right, let's do a little Disney CMF. Disney 100. These are the old style of CMF bags. I think I have one more of these, and I apologize for the crinkly bag noises. Probably not the greatest sound. I think I've opened one of these on stream before, maybe 2. There we go. We got a Baymax. He's got a little tiny build with him. I don't think it's too much. I think it's just his little... Oh, is this the queen you were talking about? The evil queen from the CMF? Matt, earlier? Is this the one? Hey, Matt's saying 2 weeks till my birthday. Happy early birthday, Matt. I like these plates. Disney 100 plate. Pretty cool. But Scott, we got an actual minifigure for you. We And some little tiny printed pieces. So I'm guessing, some of these pieces are printed and some of them are not. I'm assuming you're only supposed to put one printed one on and one non-printed, but I'm going to put both of the printed ones on. Baymax's arms are so funny. So he's a fairly basic figure. Like his face printing is just 2 dots and a line. And then he's just kind of got like, you know, like I guess they're trying to get his like physique of how, you know, he's not a straight mini. He's an inflatable robot, so they're trying to, I guess, get his like his lines on there as the features of his inflatable body going. But I'm surprised they didn't have. I think he's got like a in his corner. I think he's got like a little health icon or something. But there you go. We got a little Baymax minifigure. So Scott actually gets a minifigure tonight. Woot woot, minifig, right? Happy early birthday, Matt, from George. Yeah, the queen is from that set. I have her. I liked her a lot. Yeah, I don't think I'll end up having her. Does look like a nice minifigure, and it would go great with this set. That would have been cool. But there is much more than we get now. Now we only get 12 figures, I believe. This was a set that came with 18 different figures. A lot of good figures in this one if you're a Disney fan. Definitely a lot of good figures in there. Couple princesses, but only three princesses. All right, W minifig, right? Needs a nice blue hat. Maybe. All right, couple extra pieces there. Let's check in on that poll, like George is wanting us to. So our poll today was: do you have a favorite Disney princess? So 22% of you, yes, put her name in the chat. And I think I only saw one from Matt, so I think Matt was the only one who actually put a name in the chat. Yes, it's a secret. Haha. 11%. 56% said not a fan of princesses. And 11% of you said, I prefer the Disney villains. So there you go. There's the results of that. If I had to pick a favorite Disney princess, I think I would probably go with Jasmine. There's, like I said, in total 13 different princesses: Moana, Rapunzel, Tiana, Ariel, Cinderella, Jasmine, Belle, Snow White, Aurora, Mulan, Merida, Pocahontas, and Raya. But I think I would have to go with Jasmine, mostly because that's probably like the oldest Disney princess I probably have, like, you know, memories of, I guess we could say. Aladdin was definitely a movie I watched a lot of when I was a kid. And yeah, so that's probably my favorite Disney princess would be Jasmine, I would say. There you go. It's slightly open. Ooh, just enough to get to the top there. So that's what we've built today, everybody. It was a decent little box. The sword did not keep it closed as much as I thought, or lock it into place or anything like that, but you know what? It was still a nice little build. Matt saying thanks for the early well wishes. No worries. George, don't ask those questions, buddy. All right, we will take away the camera. We're going to spin the wheel, the wonderful wheel that gave us mini dolls for Scott last week. Where do we think it's going to land? George, what did you say? Yellow, I think, earlier? Blue, green, yellow, orange, like one red on there, pink, purple. I don't know. Let's give it a go, though. We'll see what we're going to build next week. Oh, my goodness. That was the worst spin I think I've had since we've started this. All right, let's try that again. There we go. That's a better spin. Round and round it goes. Oh, okay. We got an Animal Crossing set. 77050. So, this one might be a little bit of a longer build next week. We got Nook's Cranny and Rosie's House. So there you go. We're bussing into 535 pieces here. Yeah, so there you go. If you're a Lego Animal Crossing fan, this is what we'll be getting into next week. So there you go. Nook's Cranny and Rosie's House. It says it's customizable. I think it's the windows that are customizable. You like take different, just 2 different types of windows you can put on there. I don't know. We'll see. Haha, old. Maybe tell you next week. There you go. Scott thought it was going to land on purple. It was like literally the opposite of purple. Purple is down here. Yellow's there. But yeah, there we go. Animal Crossing set. I think this is the only Animal Crossing set I have. George, do it again. Wow, that's interesting. I've not made it yet. I can build it with you. Awesome. That'd be great, Matt. You'll probably build it quicker and with less mistakes than this week, I think, than me. But yeah, we got Rosie, we got Tom Nook, and we got a couple of houses. Oh no, one's a house, one's the little store, I guess. Tom's Nook is the store. And then we got we got a little that little money bag piece. That's pretty cool. I loved playing Animal Crossing. I love burying the money sacks and growing money trees. I think that's pretty awesome. Have you built one before? No, this will be my first Animal Crossing set, so it'll be lots of fun, I think. I ride on the blue bike to work. Awesome. It is the windows. Okay, so just the windows are customizable. Okay, that's pretty cool. Is it bedtime yet? Yes, it is, George, for you, exactly as Scott was saying. Alright guys, well, thank you very much for hanging out with me tonight. This was a lot of fun. Water time before we go. Sure thing, George. There you go. Thank you, George, for your water reminders there. Very helpful. I appreciate that. Alright guys, thanks a lot for joining with me tonight and hanging out while I built these awesome sets. Appreciate all of you. You guys are awesome as always. And everyone have yourself a good week, and we will see you all next Sunday. So take care. Have a good one. Woo!